What's up, everybody? It's me, Feather. Welcome to Get Feathered. It is time for an Aries deep dive, you versus them. We're going to see what's going on for my Aries flock in regards to love and relationships, see what's going on. And thank you so much for your likes, shares, subscribes, your donations of love, for purchasing readings with me. Check out my description box. Check out my other channels here. And if you're here during the live, click the live chat button. Let's get into this, shall we? Drop it in. There we go. All right. It doesn't matter where Aries is at in your chart. You may find that there is a message here for you. The backstory will go through past, present, future kind of energies. We'll see what happens, what comes out. If you don't resonate this time, that's okay. It just means somebody else needed the message more. Okay? What's up, Liz? How you doing? Fred is here and ready to roll. Fred is here and ready to roll. All right, for Aries, for the ones that need the messages most, you versus them, Fred, you, them, and your energies together. What's up, Smooth? How you doing, baby? Show me where Aries is at in your chart. Throw up your sign. Tell me where it's at in your chart. All right. Aries, your energy towards this person in the last 3 months. Thank you. Okay. Their energy towards you. This looks like a new relationship. What's up? How you doing, Ayesha? Ayesha? I hope I said that right. Your energy together in the last 3 months. Okay. This looks like a newer relationship. I don't know how much history you have with this person, but we'll see. We have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio heavily already. Okay. So we'll see what's the backstory on this. What's the haps? Because you're telling me you're in the process of overcoming some grief or sadness. What is this Five of Cups reverse for? Scorpionic energy. You may have it heavily in your chart. Okay. I don't think you wanted this to end, but there looks like there was some sort of investment here. But I'm not really sure you shared the cups with this person. Again, this could be a newer person. Most of you might be thinking about somebody new, or you don't really have a whole bunch of history with this person for it to show up. But we'll continue because there is a death rebirth. There is like a, there could have been an ending here. In the last 3 months, you tried to resurrect things, but you were at a crossroads. Oh, you didn't know whether or not you wanted to resurrect things here. Now, this could go back up to 3 years. Time is fluid. Tarot is, it does what it wants to. This person may have took their love in a different direction, not shared with you or expressed their love to you within the last 3 months. You may have gone through an ending, lost a loved one. You definitely went through something traumatic within the last 3 months to 3 years. You might have just been trying to recover from that. And that's what maybe have put you at a crossroads. Then again, it could have been the energy with this person. All right. Why is there a crossroads here for you? Maybe you had a choice between partners. Okay. Again, we got the Tower in reverse. The crossroads is do you reconcile? Do you create, do you share your love with this person? Do you reconcile? Or do you avoid it at all costs? Do you avoid something bad happening. You're telling me, well, one of two things could happen here. We could either reconcile or shit could go down. The whole fucking thing could blow up in my face. Okay. All right, let's get comfortable in this. I'm just getting comfy here. So you're telling me it could have been... I got to keep this up high enough so I don't hit the microphone when I'm moving the cards. But, yeah. Here's my choice. Do I make this happen or do I walk away? Because if I walk towards this, I'm already carrying some pain. It could have already ended in a bad way before. So do I avoid it at all costs or do I try and rebuild it? Do I try to resurrect it? Okay. Liz says too much Scorpio in my chart. So how about this person? Your person. Now, these could be flip-flopped, okay? It is a general reading, so some of the messages may resonate for you, and some of them are meant for somebody else, okay? It's a blend. If you 100% resonate, give me that thumbs up if you like the vibes. Maybe consider getting a private reading. We like it when you resonate. Why are they carrying this? Thank you. Oh, yeah. They're going after their happiness. This person, it looks like they're carrying their cup in a different direction. Yeah. So, there may have been... What I'm feeling with this person may have been in silence, or you may have been in silent mode from each other. This person may have needed to take a little time before moving on, but there could have been some communication. It wouldn't have been much communication that came through in the last 3 months for some of you. Not much communication at all, and no forward movement. I wanted to know if this 10 of Cups was with you. No, it is not. So this person has decided to take their heart on the road somewhere else. And I think perhaps there may have been too much chaos in this connection with this person, even overthinking. It would have been... And again, some of you may have dealt with an ending of a prior relationship or a loved one transitioning, and you've been trying to recover from that. So maybe you didn't move forward in this. This would have been more of a, what's up, Monica? How you doing, babe? It just didn't get anywhere. Didn't go anywhere. We'll look into it further, because this could be like a new relationship that just really you didn't spend much time together. You really didn't know each other very much. 2 of Cups here in reverse. You couldn't communicate on an emotional level. You couldn't see each other face to face. Okay. Communication. Couldn't get on the same page in regards to your commitments long term. Okay. Nope. There was a lot of overthinking. There was a lot of stress and struggle. A lot of overthinking. This would have been arguments, disagreements. You just couldn't get on the same page in regards to what you both wanted long term. You couldn't communicate it. And there's the ending. Okay. It is over. It is done. It is final. So, I'm looking at a relationship that has ended. In the last 3 months, it is over. You just couldn't, you couldn't get on the same page with what you wanted. Maybe this person was married or in another relationship. Or maybe you were. Whatever, take it for how it fits. There's a possibility that was there. And some of you just couldn't get on the same page. You couldn't communicate. Your desires, thanks Fred, your desires, you couldn't communicate your emotions, there was no harmony there. You couldn't harmonize with that person. Couldn't harmonize with each other. Now, did this person enjoy being with you? Let's find out. Because I'm looking like you met somebody and things just didn't work out. Not really seeing a whole bunch of history, although it is possible you could have been married to each other. You could have known each other for 10 months to 10 years. I mean, you could have spent a long time with that person, because there's 10s all over the place. 10 cups, 10 wands, 10 pentacles. What we're missing is the 10 of swords. So underneath it all, there's betrayal, there's lies, there's a lot of arguments, deception possibly. 10 of swords. A brutal ending. Betrayals, a lot of disagreements. Not being able to get on the same page. That's what's pushing that 2 of cups in the negative. What's the issue here? Lack of communication. Oh yeah, you couldn't get on the same page, which was causing the problem. All right, so somebody here had to make somebody had to make a wise decision in regards to these connections, Aries. I don't know if that was you or them. I can't tell you what happens in the 3D. I'm telling you a lot what's going on emotional body, in the emotional bodies, in the mental bodies, and the energy towards each other and with each other. 3D, I'm not really sure how this panned out, how it's worked out, or how you worked together, how long you were together, okay? The communication would have been sour. The 10 of swords is missing, so that's the problem. All right, somebody had to make a decision here. And maybe that wasn't the easiest decision to make. And that may have caused a lot of emotional pain for you, Aries. Because on one end, you're telling me it's split 50-50. I want to reconcile. I want to make things work. I want to resurrect this. But then again, I just want to avoid it at all costs, because I don't want a disaster. I don't want to go through the 10 swords again. Or the 10 wands just to be with somebody long term, even though I may have felt like it was my life partner. You both felt a long-term connection. Even if you didn't have a long-term connection, you felt that it was possible. The problem here was somebody had to make a decision, because the investment was completely off. One person was giving and one person wasn't who they said they were. One person was ready to at least begin building the long term towards the 10 of Pentacles, but one person was not ready, was either married or an established relationship already. I don't know which one of y'all it was, but there was a difference in presentation. Somebody may have said that they had more money than they did. Somebody may have presented themselves as being responsible, and they weren't. So somebody had to make a wise decision here and sever ties. That is a no. That is severing of ties to a relationship. And then, this is why we date. You don't just meet somebody and automatically assume that you're going to spend the rest of your life together, although you can. You build up to that. You are courting each other to figure out whether or not you're on the same page. You weren't on the same page. You both didn't want the same things. You both weren't going in the same direction. And emotionally, you couldn't cooperate or communicate. You just couldn't get it going. And that's okay. It happens. That's what dating is about. That's what courtship is about. When you freak out and you panic and you think, oh my God, this is my person. This is my everything. That's when problems start. instead of thinking, okay, well, let's see if this person fits my dynamic and my needs and desires. You're test driving this person. You know, you don't automatically just lock it down, assume that it's all yours until you get to know whether or not you're compatible. Your energy towards this person currently over the next 4 weeks, Aries. All right. So you have taken some time to recollect yourself, to rebalance your cups. That the 5 of Cups was in reverse in the last 3 months. So you've taken time to recollect yourself, to kind of balance and harmonize your own emotions and kind of set yourself in a more understanding tone. Okay. You are in your energy here currently. You are standing your ground. You have strong boundaries. It's not in the negative. The Emperor energy is yours. And you're telling me that you're no longer stressing this, you know. There is a doorway open for communication and reconciliation with this person as well. But again, do I harmonize with this person? Do we get on the same page, or will it end up in a failure again? So your energy is still vibrating the same. Now, I do see that you're in the process of contemplating this and overcoming this. Some of you may want to reach out and communicate with this person. Some of you may be ready for, or maybe wanting to apologize to this person, or to at least have some sort of communication with this person where you can, even if it's not reconciliation, it's kind of a healing tone to it. It's can we heal this, or can we communicate in a way that doesn't harm each other? We can actually understand each other. Okay. And that's coming from a place because you've taken some time to heal your inner workings, and you've taken some time to love yourself. And the more that you love yourself, the more balanced you are on an emotional level, the more capable you are of making intense or wise decisions when it comes to emotions. Okay, so some of you, this doorway hasn't closed. Okay. Some of you still carrying a little bit of pain in your heart space, but you're working on it. You're really trying to feel your way through things. Heartbreak is never easy. It's never good, but you're working through it. You're seeing where your emotional dissatisfaction stems from. What didn't fulfill me? What hasn't fulfilled me? What can I do better moving forward? And that's not just in this relationship. It's in your life in general. Okay. You are in the process of manifesting a reconciliation. You are in the process of manifesting a reconciliation. Heart-to-heart conversations that could potentially blend your cups, smooth things out, and move things forward on an emotional level, which was the problem before. There was no harmony. So there's a possibility to harmonize with this person, but again, the energy is crossroads. It'll fail. I'll be a failure, or it won't get off the ground. It's not. It wouldn't be built on. It wouldn't be stable. It's not stable. It wouldn't be stable. Therefore, it's not worth the investment It wouldn't be fulfilling to me unless there is some sort of stability attached to it. So some of you are reaching towards new relationships. You're calling in new relationships, harmonious relationships, and some of you just want to finish your healing before you attempt love again. Do you care about this person? Yeah. But you don't want to deal with the stress of it. Anxiety, overwhelm, and stress caused a lot of overthinking and a lot of emotional pain in the past. So some of you are kind of standing your ground. You may have that communication that kind of sets the tone for releasing you. You know, maybe it's an apology. Maybe it's just a forgiveness. Forgiving each other. Kind of setting the balance, which allows you to move forward in new connections much easier. Because if you leave this connection with anger and resentment and stress and hatred and all of that stuff, you're only going to continue to attract that kind of shit to you in future relationships. So this is I'm just going to, I wouldn't mind communicating to this person that I care. Some of you have a new crush, or you have your mind or eyes set on new love, which is good, and you're standing your ground against this person. It's not that they're a bad person. You do care about them, but it's just been, you were trying to avoid conflict at all costs. And sometimes when we try to avoid things, it causes more to avoid. You know what I mean? I don't want to argue. I don't want to fight. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to talk. I don't want to discuss this. I don't want to get on the same page with you. I don't want to. You continue to attract things that you have to avoid, have to ignore, have to fight about. So I do see that you both may be finding, maybe looking for information on each other. You may be spying on each other, trying to find out, checking in to see if each other's okay through friends and family or something like that. But as far as this energy is concerned, you're telling me you can love this person, but Aries is standing their ground. You wouldn't mind communicating that you care about this person, and maybe possibly reconciling, but definitely, forgiveness. But other than that, I think most of you are going to be heading into a new cycle of love. What is this person's energy currently towards Aries over the next 4 weeks? For some of you, this person has already moved away. They've already accepted a cup somewhere else. Some of them may be married or in a commitment somewhere else. And that stands. Okay. Some of them may be married, remarried, or in another relationship elsewhere. And they're investing in that long term. Because the Chariot is they've moved on. I feel like they've moved away from this struggle bus, because this was a struggle. Ten of Wands. They've moved away from the struggle. Some of them may have been maybe moving. Some of them may be moving out. Some of them are moving on. Okay? But I feel like most of you already know this is true. This person's already moved on. They're going to continue to move their Chariot in a different direction. They're moving it away from the struggle and the burden of this. I'm telling you, with the Ten of Swords not showing up and the other three tens are out here, there was a lot of contrast. There was a lot of conflict in this connection. And you should never have to live in that. You should never have to continue. You should never have to fight for love. You should never have to fight. What was the towers? What were the arguments about? This person is telling me I'm moving fast and I'm moving furiously away from the struggles. So, again, this person could have been in another commitment. They could have been married, or somebody was. But a lot of these individuals, I feel, are in the next 4 weeks, they may already be in another commitment now. But I think that they're going to be releasing this relationship because they're already invested elsewhere. Again, they are showing the Page of Cups, though. So you're both underlying willing to communicate that, yes, you do care about each other. However, what needed to happen. Okay. Yeah. This person is also Ace of Cups. They've got new love on their mind, and it is something that they've been asking for. Okay. This person has started something new. Maybe they started dating, a new relationship. They're telling me twice, 3 times, 4 times that they're possibly engaged in another relationship. Engaged or married. I don't know. So, you're both moving on. And I think that it's moving away from this connection, because this connection ended. Ten of Swords, Ace of Swords reversed, and Death card. So the last 3 months, at least this thing has been dead in the water. It ain't been moving nowhere. It ain't been going nowhere. Let's see what your energies are together. Moving forward over the next 4 weeks. Your energies together. Okay. Yeah, there are choices in love. I feel like both of you are, I don't feel like either one of you are happy with the fact that what happened. But what can you do? If you can't work together, you can't work together. If you can't communicate on an emotional level, you can't get on the same page, what can you do? If neither one of you, it's almost as if like it just couldn't get off the ground, or it couldn't get structured. Even though you both wanted to nurture the relationship, the desire was there. The desire was there for long-term commitment. You both felt it. But it's like it just couldn't. Just couldn't. Some of you may be having sex or have the desire to engage in a sexual foray with this individual. Others of you, it looks like both of you have moved on to new options, new love. Yeah, choices in love. And no, this is not something that you wouldn't know about. Okay. You both know that there is a level of forgiveness that some of you deserve. Some of you know that you need to forgive this person and move on. There are choices. It looks like you're both in new relationships. You both have Aces of Cups. This person's energy is moving forward fast. They're very strong. They're very powerful. You are very powerful, and within you're getting your power back. You're getting your strength back. But I think you're going to be loving this person from a distance because it's been too much of a struggle bus. It's been too much of a stress on you. And this person says, I'm moving away from the burden of this. This was too much of a burden to go through this. And the last 3 months, it wasn't going anywhere. There probably was no communication. Very little, if any, but there was definitely no reconciliation happening. No love shared. The love was gone. The love has left the building for each other. And whatever happened, but a 10 of Swords underlying it all. Next 4 weeks. So from now over the next 4 weeks, your energy is telling me that you're ready for new relationships. And the universe says, okay. So both of you are ready for choices in love. You're ready for new relationships, okay? But you both are still sharing that energy underneath it all, that forgiveness may be needed. And you don't even have to talk to the person to forgive them. Just, thank you for what you showed me, what I learned from you, and, live your best life. Move on. I release you into the universe. Yeah. Okay. So you're both sharing with me your energies are moving towards new connections. You're ready for new relationships. You're ready for options in love. You're ready to make a choice. You're ready to have a choice. And I feel like you both are kind of letting down your guard. How do I put this? You're both energetically letting down your guard and preparing yourself for new love. Yeah. Because again, both of you, you could have went through a divorce. You could have went through a separation. It could have been a nasty one. Some of you it was a relationship that just, maybe you felt like each other was your person, but you just couldn't get it to that point. I don't know how many times you tried. But, at some point, your energy is saying, I want this, but I don't want the chaos. I don't want the hassle. I don't want the hell that I've gone through with this person, or I don't want the breakups and the shakeups anymore. And you realize that is within you, that it has to be addressed. So you're taking your power back, and you're realizing that your own stability matters the most. Some of you may be taking a new job, building a new business, focusing on yourself and rebuilding yourself after this, okay? And ready for new love. You're both sharing with me. Ready for new love. So what is potential outcome over the next 3 months between you and this person? We're not going to go in depth. We're going to see what the universe has for you, okay? What is potential outcome over the next 3 months? Silence. The High Priestess. Things not moving forward here. Okay. Yes, there was love here. A very spiritual, soulful love here. But there's no effort. Okay. You're both moving your cups in a different direction. Is there anything further you would like to say to Aries in regards to this person? And we'll go through the signs once I'm done, okay? Okay. You already know. Secrets are already out. You know that there was possibly betrayal. You know what you need to know in regards to this person to make the wisest decision for yourself. Okay. Some of you may have been married to this person, long-term relationship with this person. So you already know, or you will be finding out or learning about the last parts, or something there is going to come to light for you over the next 3 months that assists you in figuring this out for yourself. That, this wasn't a fated event. This wasn't something that had to happen. This was on your path for a reason, and it was possibly to teach you how to love yourself. Self-love. This was a life lesson. And some of you are in the process of learning this life lesson now. People come in and out of our lives for a reason. What was your lesson? Because I see nobody giving to this in the next 3 months. And you are going to be finding out the last. Okay. Yeah, you're going to be moving forward. Moving on, moving forward, moving away from this. You're no longer holding back. You're ready for a new relationship. You're not going to hold on to this anymore. You're going to go towards the new. Some of you may be moving. Okay. But you're definitely moving away from the unhappiness. And again, some of you, this is a lesson of self-love. That's right. Self-love. And when you decide to make that move, you run right into somebody new. When you decide to make that choice and take action and leaving this person behind and leaving this behind and learning your lessons and moving forward, you run right into somebody new and worthy and loyal. Somebody on your level. And releasing this energy. Yes, this could have been a karmic soulmate. Where there was a lot of the emotional pain was to teach you lessons. How do I know? Some of you don't want to admit it. These karmic soulmates, the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. There's a lesson that hasn't been learned. This was not meant to be somebody that you live the rest of your life with. And it was this harmony or disharmony in this connection that caused so much pain emotionally to teach you that lesson, to teach you when to let go, how to learn your lessons and move on so that you can have your happily ever after. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. I am not wrong. If you're resonating with this story, this is the correct story for you. This was a life lesson from a soulmate level. There was an intense connection. You both felt like you were each other's each other. You felt like you were each other's, this is it. This is the last person I'll spend the rest of my life with. My first last. My last first. My last first, yeah. My first last. That's you. The person. You both felt it. It didn't work out that way. Because it wasn't meant to. Because the next person is possibly the person that you're meant to be with long term. You had some lessons to learn from this. And the majority of lessons that I'm seeing is how to follow your intuition, how to feel it, how to listen to it, how to love yourself more than anyone else, how to truly love yourself, and how to create an environment of love, not chaos and catastrophe and destruction, not stubbornness and anxiety and stress, the struggle buses. Yes, because you played a part in it too. This is your reading. If we wanted to be honest about the whole thing, this could be all about you and not even worrying about somebody else. This was a connection to help you harmonize with you. When you harmonize with you, I don't know what you've done. Maybe you've been a bitter, argumentative, depressed, anxious. I don't know where you've been, but you ain't been right. Because what you're saying now is I'm getting right. Over the next 4 weeks, I'm getting right. I've been working on me. You're going to know when to effort and when not to effort. You're not going to do it for the wrong reasons. Because some of you may have played games with people. Fuck games. The silent game. I'm going to put you in silence. I'm not going to have sex with you. I'm not going to... That creates towers and bullshit. Some of you didn't want to get close to people because it'll hurt. Well, if you don't want to get close to people because you could possibly get hurt, you're never going to... It's never going to work out. You're going to constantly go through cycles and relationships like this that never get off the ground. False starts, bullshit, fuckery, stress, struggle buses. Because you haven't learned the lessons from the past relationships. You haven't learned how to truly love and honor yourself and how to create an environment of love. How to love yourself and how to create that environment of love within a relationship that brings in harmony. Even if somebody was a harmonious connection for you, you got all this turbulence going on in your emotions that, dude, I'd run from that shit too. I'd put my back towards it. This person has turned their back to you and they're going in a different direction. I'm not saying you're the worst person in the world. I'm saying in relationships, you may not know what the fuck you're doing. You may be a little chaotic. May stress you out. I don't know what to do. I don't want to get hurt. But I want to do it. I want to do it, but I don't want to get hurt. You are saying, I want relationship, but I don't want relationships to fuck me up. I want to hurt. So what are you doing? You're automatically calling relationships that are going to end up hurting you the most because you're fearing it the most. You understand? Check out my book, Oh, Please Be Your Own Hero. It is on sale now all over the internet. So the link is in the description. Yeah, you need it. You need to learn how to manifest and get out of your own way. Because that's what you're doing. You're getting in your own way. You're standing in your own way of true happiness, long term, of true love, of love. But I see that you're learning how to balance it. Baby steps. Takes time. And that's okay. At least you're moving in a different direction. At least you're moving towards love and learning how to create love here. And as that starts to blossom and bloom, then you can create that with somebody else and you can attract better people to you. But this relationship was meant to teach you a lesson. Did you learn it? It's all about reserving the love for yourself, following your intuition, learning how to discern who is best for you and who is not, where you should invest and where you shouldn't, and how to invest and how to work together as a team. Were you a team player? Were they? You didn't harmonize. That's right. One day at a time. One foot in front of the other. You didn't harmonize, and that caused a lot of pain because you truly felt this person. These soulmate connections, I don't care. Past life, this is not past life. Although it could be past life, could be even a twin flame. But this connection was spiritually meant to help you learn or discern what love truly is. Some of you may not have known what love is, what true bliss and happiness is with another person. When definitely you need to know when enough is enough and when to learn that lesson and move on, because that's been your problem in relationships. You've possibly tried to hold on so much to a relationship or maybe even this relationship where it just kept causing pain over and over and over. Tower after tower after tower. Struggle bus after struggle bus after struggle bus. 10 of Swords. 10 of Wands. The underlier here is the betrayal of yourself. The betrayal is your own thoughts, doubts, fears, worries, concerns, and insecurities. Because underneath it all, you're telling me, I don't trust love. I'm in pain. Love causes pain. This relationship, I want it, but I don't. I want to avoid the pain. I want to avoid the pain of it all, but I want it. So underneath that, energetically, you're telling me you're already fearing the worst. Is that something you've done in prior relationships? It's okay. We do it. I'm just calling you out on it because that's been the problem here. This is the clarity that needs to happen for you to live a better life moving forward in relationships. I'm Feather. Please like, share, subscribe. Donations of love are always appreciated. If you would like a private reading with me, the only way you can get it is through my website. The link is in the description box. Once you decide to learn this lesson and move on, you've been holding on. You're just like, I'm going to keep holding on. I keep holding on. You're going to hold on, hold on, hold on for so long when shit needs to just be let go of. Why do you hold on so tightly to something or someone? And this is a pattern. I don't know if it's with this person or with relationships. Why do you hold on so tightly to people when they are clearly ready to run away from you? They are ready to turn their back and walk away, or shit just keeps fucking up, gets worse and worse and worse. At what point do you say enough is enough? I gotta walk away. Underneath it all, you fear endings. You're telling me that most of you fear the worst happening. You fear endings. You fear the tower moments, and you want to try and avoid them. But what you're doing is you're calling more to you. I want to avoid it at all costs. I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. Bitch, please. Trouble finds you when you're pushing out that kind of, when you're resonating on a level like that. Vibrationally, you're saying, I fear it. I fear it. I fear it. I don't want it. I don't want it. So the universe is like, you want more of it. Okay. Because you fear it. Okay, you want more. It doesn't know the difference between, well, it knows the difference between fear and love, but what you vibrate out the most is what it's going to continue to give back to you. So if you're vibrating from a level of fear and pain and scared and nervous and anxious and the worst happening, the universe is going to return to you in like. It's going to mirror to you what you're vibrating. Get this shit through your head so that you can move forward into better relationships, because this has been a pattern on repeat for my Aries. Because once you come to terms with this and you see this clearly, as clear as day, you got the sun here and you've got the moon in reverse here for the future, your message. The moon in reverse is the sun. It's clarity. Once you gain this clarity or this knowledge and you figure out what the hell it is you're doing, and you break free from this, it's actually going to set you free to feel better about yourself, because you're going to be like, oh shit, this is what I keep doing? Yep. Damn. What did this person teach you? Because this relationship has been dead in the water. It ain't going nowhere. It hasn't for months. Maybe even longer. Why are you still holding on to it? Energetically, you are afraid to let go of it. Maybe there's not somebody better. Maybe you're missing this person. You can still love them and miss them, you know, and love them from a distance. You can change this dread and this doom and this gloom to a King of Cups for this person, or a Page of Cups. Man, I really do appreciate this person. I really do care about this person. Change it from a negative state to a positive state. And how do you do that? You start to forgive yourself and to forgive them, and to start working that shit through your mental processes and your emotional processes, and start realizing what the hell you've been doing. Because you hold on to relationships to the point where you cause problems. When somebody wants to walk away, when somebody says it's over, when somebody turns their back on you, or when you both, it's so much struggle and so much, why keep coming back for 10 more swords? Why keep coming back to argue and struggle through something? You need to take your space. And not only do you need to take your space, but you need to let go. Because you keep holding on, and that's going to keep pulling more of that shit into you. Okay? Once you learn that lesson, you move yourself to a better emotional place. This is all about your forgiveness for what you've done or for them. And Aries, I know y'all fighters. You're natural born fighters. I'm going to fight for my right, and I'm going to hold on to this, and I'm going to fight. No, dudes. Y'all got to let go of the fight and the struggle, because that's the problem here. It's all about love. It's not about a fight. It's not about a struggle. It's not about making a decision on whether or not you want it or you don't. If it's painful, let it go. Why are you telling me I can't seem to let this person go no matter how much we cannot get along? Ha! Okay. You're badass and you want to force something to fit and force something to work, but it's not your dynamic. It is not the dynamic of the universe. What's up, Mini-Me? Welcome. Hey, Heather Drew. Welcome. I am glad it's resonating, because this is the lesson that you got to learn. This is called self-love. And it's also creating that environment of love within yourself. Like, okay, well, I forgive them. I'm surprised I haven't seen the devil, because Aries, it's almost as if you hold on to energy of past persons or relationships not working out, or maybe even this person so much that it's causing you anxiety and stress. But you know what? This was not a destined connection for long term. It was designed to make you feel connection. It was a soulmate connection designed, it was karmic, to help you achieve a level of love for yourself. Designed to help you evolve. Because in the center of this whole reading, once you get this lesson and you figure this out for yourself, you figure a way through it, it's going to set you free. It is going to make you feel amazing, and you will understand once you gain this clarity and this understanding. It's going to change your life. You're going to feel so much better. But at the center of your reading, it's all about the love. Regardless of this, we're talking about the center of your reading. This was their energy, but when it's the center of the reading, it has a major significance for you. Okay? It's all about learning when to let go. It's about balancing your chariot. The Aries Emperor is on the chariot. It's about learning how to, yes, you want victory, but it's learning how to balance your energy so that you know when to take action and when not to. You know when to move your chariot and your love forward and when to hold it back. Okay? It's about moving away from the battles, the struggles that you're creating within yourself. You're creating your own conflict within yourself. That is what you're learning here. And it's a new way of living. It's a new way of learning. Okay? But within the next couple weeks to couple months, you're regaining this strength. You're kind of finding your footing here. You're balancing yourself. Your Aries out here twice. The Emperor is out here, the King of Cups, male or female, and then on the Chariot. So the center, it's all about the love and healing. Okay? You're learning how to love again. You're learning how to love in a new way. You're learning self-love first. It's new territory for you. Okay? It's learning about being at peace and trusting the universe and doing your deeper healing and manifesting better. Okay? This is what you're showing me. This is what you're showing up as. It's all about letting go of and moving away from the struggles of the past and learning a new way to love. Love yourself. Love others. But once you recognize this soulmate connection, thanks, universe. Buzzer went off on the dryer. Once you learn that this soulmate connection was intense, we draw and attract each other to us, okay? So that there is a bond connected until we learn our lesson. Some of you are still bonded to this person, though the relationship is over. Done. Over. Struggle bus. Problems. Conflict. Issues. Betrayal. Brutal endings. You understand? Divorces. All of it. Been over. Done and gone. But you're still bonded energetically to this because you haven't learned this lesson. Okay? So, a lot of us don't understand. We think that, oh my God, that relationship was so intense and I thought that they were my happily ever after and I was going to be with them for the rest of my life. But it just couldn't get right. We couldn't get right. We couldn't get off the ground. We couldn't talk about love. We couldn't get together. We couldn't do this. We couldn't see each other face to face. We couldn't blah, blah, blah. We couldn't heal this, blah, 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 blah. You're freaking yourself out and panicking yourself instead of saying, okay, why was this so intense? What did I learn from this? Why am I still holding on to this person, although this is well done and gone? What do I need to do here? What do I need to address here so that I can leave the turbulence and the bullshit behind and move myself to my happy place? Because that's what I want. I want to manifest my happily ever after, my fun and sunshine, babies, with another person. Within myself, but definitely with another person. Okay? This is all your process within yourself, within your mental faculties, and your emotional faculties. You need to address this. Okay? It's all about learning how to listen to your intuition. You're not listening to your intuition because you're causing so much chaos and conflict internally in your mind, in your own mind. That's the Ten of Swords. Thoughts, doubts, fears, worries, concerns, and insecurities. Yep. That's what's pushing your connection with this person. Once you get that under control, you tap into your feeling center and you realize what it is you've been doing in relationships. That's when you gain the Chariot. That's when you can move forward victoriously away from. Some of you may have used lust instead of love. You may thought lust was love. Maybe you thought passion and sex was love. Some of you held on to this person because you had a lust for this person, a desire for this person. Well, that's why these are karmic soulmate connections. The lessons are tied there so you can elevate and move forward. Why? Because you've been desiring a long-term commitment of happiness and harmony, lifelong or long-term. This person was a step on that ladder. One day at a time, one step at a time. This person was a major player in assisting you so that you can get that level up relationship. This wasn't the relationship meant for you long-term, although it felt like it. That's why you put so much energy and emphasis into it. So much struggle went into it. I got to hold on to this. I got to make this work. Okay. So once you decide to take action on this and learn this lesson and do the things, you connect with another person. You may already be connecting with a new person, but I don't see this going out too much farther. Maybe over the next year. Over the next year, you should maybe by Cancer season, Leo season, Cancer season. Got a lot of Cancer, Leo energy here. So that may be when you connect with a new person. Okay. And it being something solid, something viable that can lead to a 10 of Pentacles. All right. Oh, Miss B, I love you, babe. Please be mindful that we don't like triggering people here. So, yeah, make sure you give us some vague. Don't be so detailed. That's all I'm saying. Okay, we got a lot of people that are dealing with traumatic pasts on my channel. Okay, I love you. Moving forward. Okay, it was all about some of you, fear of abandonment, overcoming fears of abandonment. A lot of you were dealing with lack mentality, fears of abandonment. Some of you may have been orphaned or abandoned. And it's kept you in this is fucking and you didn't even know it. You didn't even know it. It kept you in toxic cycles that were, maybe you've had addictions, maybe you had sex addictions, maybe you had deep fears. You're all right, babe. You knew you were all right. This is what's kept you in faulty connections, things that never go anywhere, things that are a lot not on your level. They're not even on your level and you're connecting with them. What are you doing? You're pulling in and drawing in people that, maybe it's sex only relationships, people that are not on your level for what you're asking for. Things that aren't stable. They don't work out. They never work out. They're faulty. They fall apart. Things that are not successful. Well, when you've got the devil underneath it all, that's like the Ten of Swords. Deep fears, limiting beliefs, lack mentality, addictions, materialism, bad habits. What is pushing yours? If you're resonating with the story, you're the devil here. And it's okay. But the devil here is telling me this lack mentality, this fear of abandonment, and you didn't know how to love yourself. You depended on other people to shore you up and to make you feel whole and complete. You needed other people or substances. Substances can be drugs, alcohol, sex, porn, whatever. You were looking for somebody to plug your holes. And I'm not talking in a good way. I'm talking about you needed somebody to fulfill you because you didn't know how to love your damn self. That's what's going on here. And it all comes right round. Right round, baby. Right round. Okay? This is the life lesson. I'm Feather. Them's the words. Them's the messages. Get this shit clear in your head. Figure this shit out and process yourself through this and past connections. Work it out on paper if you need to. Do the math. Work it out. The most intense connections hold the biggest lessons. What are your lessons from each one? That's all I'm saying. Pay attention to it. Because once you get it, that's when you move forward. That's when you move forward to better connections. Okay? All right? I love you all. Them's the words, them's the messages. Check out my description box. Get my book, Oh Please Be Your Own Hero. Learn how to manifest your best life right now in the now. I'll tell you how to get out of your own damn way. I tell you how to pay attention to this shit. And it's just a mindset shift for most of you. That's the thing here. It doesn't take a fucking woo-woo, although it could. It doesn't take a huge thing here. It's mindset shift, but it's all dependent upon you. Are you capable of getting out of a 5 of Cups and shifting to a learning mode? Because that's the thing here. When love goes wrong, what do? You go here. When love is lost, you go here and not here. That is the connection that you need to make here. You need to let this shit go and learn how to, it's going to suck. And I ain't saying it's pleasurable leaving somebody you love behind. But look, you can still love them from a distance. But you're locked into a 5 of Cups mind frame, which says despair, grief, mourning, agony, sadness. Yeah, okay, cool. You go through that for a little bit, and then you go, fuck this shit, I'm out. What do I need to learn from this so that I can move forward to a better place? How do I get out of the swamp? How do I feel better? Okay? Ben, that's you. This is you in your life. Saying, I choose 10 cups over 5 any fucking day. Why am I holding on to this bullshit? Why am I doing this? Why do I keep doing this in relationships? Why? Aries, you are fucking warriors. Male or female. You are the ones that if something needs to get done, it gets done. You go to bat for your relationships, for your jobs, for your family, your fighters. It's natural. It's in there. You're determined. So why don't you tame that or turn that in on yourself and learn how to love yourself? You don't need anybody else to love you. Learn how to love you. Learn what connections are meaning. Bring the meaning out of your connections. Sit with your damn self with a notebook and say, what was this relationship? Go through all of them. What was the meaning? What was the meaning of this relationship? What was the steak and potatoes of this relationship? Some of you don't like steak. That's okay. What was the meat and potatoes of this relationship, of that relationship, of that relationship, of this one? And be honest with yourself and why you held on to the energy of it, why you mourned it for so fucking long, and why you're still holding on. You're welcome, Minnie. Welcome to the tribe. Because some of you, this is not just one relationship. It's been relationships your whole life, because Five of Pentacles, it could have started in childhood. Fear of abandonment, fear of loss, fear of lack. Maybe you didn't have much growing up. Maybe you didn't have parents growing up. I mean, maybe you didn't have a huge family dynamic growing up. Whatever it is, you know what? You can mourn that shit all you want to and grieve and feel sad about it. But in reality, you're holding yourself back from the beauty of the world. This is my preaching moment for you. Oh, poor me. I don't have enough. I grew up without a mom or dad. Poor me. I'm not saying that it doesn't fucking suck, dude. I'm not. But what I'm saying is it keeps you in a toxic energy. This is your energy. Yours. And that's what keeps you from manifesting good shit. Because if you want to deal with the devil and let that devil bullshit go, you flip these cards, and that means, oh, look, new businesses, new projects, new flirty things, new, and the energy to do them, the enthusiasm, the confidence. Oh, new, strong built foundational bullshit, new beginnings, new jobs, new careers, new soulmate relationships. Successful bitches. You and your connections. Jobs, people seeing you, you getting recognition you deserve, your accolades, you getting seen by people that are going to be new connections that are stable moving forward, which was the fucking problem in the past, is the Three of Coins reverse. Faulty failures, not going anywhere, not on your level. Because you're carrying the devil energy. That's you. Come out into the sunshine. Come out of the shadows for a while and see what the universe has for you. Okay? See what the universe has for you once you decide to step outside of the moon. Because what's been going on under your moon is you got a lot of fear. You got a lot of insecurity. You got a lot of lack, or you're mourning the past, or you're looking back at your past saying, poor me. Oh my God. What you're doing is you're not allowing your past experiences to empower you. And that is fucked up. Because your with Aries, I don't care where it's at in your chart. You're not allowing your past experiences to fuel you, to empower you. You're allowing it to drain you emotionally and to hold you back. You're being held in the swamp by the emotions, by the insecurities and the fears because of what's happened to you in your past. And I ain't saying some of you could have dealt with a very abusive, toxic past, but you're not allowing it to empower you. That's the switch here. That's the light that needs to flip the fuck on. You need to let go of the bullshit. It's a process. Some of you, it might take you a year or two. Some of you, it might take you a couple weeks or a couple months. It's all dependent upon what you want to do. It's a process. Some of you may need therapy or counseling to help you do this. But this is the switch. Then you start going, you know what? I'm leaving that baggage in the past, because you've been carrying so much past baggage with you that it's become toxic. You've become toxic. I love you. I love you all. once you recognize this and process yourself through it, and you learn those lessons and you realize what you've been doing, your whole life will change. I'm Feather. Thank you, Fred. And that's Fred. And we're out of here for right now. Like, share, subscribe, join the tribe, click the buttons and all of the things and the stuff. Private readings you can only get through my website. Links are in the description. Check out my other channels here on YouTube. Replay Rockstars, I love you. Absolutely. I thank you all for hanging out and watching any and all of my content. You know I love you. Leave your comments. Thank you for hanging out and chatting with me. Namaste.